Anyway, I came here for the palm trees, for the dream girls. Well, thinking of selling this old car, he asked? Want to get a little Corvette or a Maserati? Is that what you're looking to trade it in for? Yes, I'm new in Santa Monica. I want a car that's in keeping with the People's Republic. Something sportier, more vegetarian. I'm tired of these dinosaurs. I predict the day will come when cars of this size and shape will be a thing of the past. Thing of the past? Yes. Like H.G. Wells, I see great things, visions. Boy, you're a kooky kind of guy. Don't call me kooky. I remember a Chinese communist that called me that once in the frozen wastes of the Yalu River. Check this walk of mine. Can't you see I'm a hipster? Mortzal taught me this. We were tangoing a little too closely, the Argentine style. Now tell me, what about these Corvettes? Well, we got yellow ones, green ones, gold ones, purple one even came in from the other day. If you're interested in looking at it, it could be yours for $1,200. That's rather steep, isn't it? $1,200. That's what I get in my GI pension in a year. Now, if I throw in the girl, perhaps $600? What do you think? She's a modern babe. You can get some good lesbian scenes together with her. Well, if it's worth my while that way, I might consider it. Yes, I need a smaller, sportier car. No problem, sir. Okay. I'm kind of beginning to like Santa Monica, I thought. You just might be useful to me. Let me ask her and see what she thinks. I hadn't broken the news to her yet. There's a girl inside, she told me. A special, succulent girl. Oh, I see, I said. That's right. We're about to get into a very special scene. One that you're not privy to. Her words hurt me. I had to say, I don't care about your scenes. But maybe I'll be back when you finish. She eyed me lasciviously. Back I went up the coast, to beautiful, decadent, sun-blasted Malibu, a place of strange rituals. Through the earthy canyons of Topanga I tread. I had to get back to Robbie Robertson's private studio. Robbie, it's me. Yes, we met at the club. I'm one of the true individuals in Santa Monica, and I want you to record me, and I want you to record me now. I think I made my point. I'm tired of nosing around asking all these West Coast cool jazz guys to try to lay down some of my vocal tracks. Maybe, just maybe, the Schmooze King would be able to do it for me. I couldn't waste any time. I floored it. I had to get there and record. I had some insistent modern world jazz beat words running through my head, and I had to get them down on tape. Now! I don't care if he didn't want to record me. I'd force him to. After all, I'm a Santa Monica detective. Tommy, we don't use guns in Santa Monica, man. Come on in, you hip daddy-o. I could tell by Robbie's robe that perhaps he had had a guest earlier. All right. Enough of this Ming Dynasty robe stuff. Show me where your recording studio is. Oh, you like my robe, huh? Yep. I've been getting into cocaine lately. I've been loosening up a little bit. I'm tired of touring. I'm tired of the road. You know, I have the lay of the land out here, a view of the surf, a view of girls every morning through my telescope. I like to hear the breakers coming in. I like to see the salt rising on the pilings. I love my Santa Monica Pier, and I love pool. Billiards, that's the game for me. It's a man's game. Just like in sex, you sharpen your stick, and then you... I don't want to hear about your rancid little sex life. Little no, rancid perhaps, but none of your business nonetheless. I've heard about all the Playboy playmates running around naked up here, and I want some of it. Of course you want some of it, Tommy, but you're a newcomer. Let me tell you one thing. Let me wise you up a little bit. Here's what you could sound like if I produced you. I know you're getting to that spoken word stuff. Here's some Ginsberg. I don't want to hear that Ginsberg. I had enough of him in Newark. Do you understand me? Don't talk about Newark to me. What does Newark mean to you that's so damned important? Newark is a holy town, the Constantinople of the 50s. All great talent has come from Newark. That's where I found Ginsberg, but if you don't like him, the hell with it. Why are you such a hothead? Why don't you smoke some of the local reefer and mellow out? I'm not into drugs, I spat at him. Me? I am drugs, baby. Yeah, I guess you think you're like Salvador Dali. You think you're a soft watch on a canvas. Baby, I'm the entire canvas. I'm gone, man. I'm combining Eisenhower capitalism with the new drug movement that's shaking up the 50s. Listen, you crazy twit. Enough of this Aldous Huxley posturing. I knew Aldous. Yeah, you knew Aldous, and so did everybody else. Only I know Aldous. Doors of Perception. That's my middle name, baby. Are you crazy? Listen to me. You need to mellow out. If you're going to be a Santa Monica native, you need to get shed of some of those clothes of yours. Wear some shorts. Put on a t-shirt once in a while. Get rid of that hat. Listen, I have a very private lesbian fashion designer, and she likes this hat. Well, she might. But she's not exactly sleeping with you, is she? I know, fashion makes strange bedfellows just like politics does. But those are the breaks, just like in pool. The balls go every which way sometime. Hey, don't use my phone for phone sex. What do you mean? I've got an important call to make. No, 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 no. You want to get hard, buddy. You do it on your own time. My house is a place of business. Private, sacred, ritualistic, lysergic business. Drugs only, no sex. A typical Santa Monican, I said. Here, take your phone and put it where Ma Bell won't see it. Trying some evasive maneuvers in the car, I managed to get out of there. I had the strange feeling I was being followed, though. Maybe it's because of that Don Siegel movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which came out this week. I had the strange feeling that strange human replicant pods were after me. Perhaps it was a dream, perhaps it was real. In Santa Monica, you never could tell, especially in those years. The deserted wastes of the old beach town roads. Silent, mysterious places where anything could happen. Fishtailing back and forth, I thought I'd lose this Gomer, but he was all too real. The crash of chrome rang out in the pre-dawn morning. That was the kind of car I wanted, the sporty little convertible. Perhaps now I could get it from him. Sure, shoot away. But I had the upper hand this time. One punch was all it took. A man of few words, but a man of many fists. Yep. It was the mayor of Santa Monica and the head of the vegetarian gang. I had to bring him in to justice. Well, honey, it was all in a day's work, you know? Looking through this catalog of lesbian photographs you've done, I'm kind of intrigued by the possibility of woman on woman. You'll never understand, she said, the pleasures that we can give each other that you can't. The pleasures that are divine and sacred only to us. Well, you could give me a try, couldn't you? I mean, I'm kind of loose right now and everything. Yes, but you smoke cigarettes and your breath is bad. I could give you gum. That might help. It's not gum I want to chew on, honey. It's something a little more essential. The damn phone again. Aha, she was intrigued. It was a female voice. It's for you. It's that young nymphette with phone sex. Hi, baby. I'm kind of in a... Oh, I'm still wet for you. I'm still sitting here dripping. Yeah, I'm kind of in a delicate situation myself. Yes, but you don't understand. I'm so moist. Yeah, I'm moist for you, Tommy Genius. Fine, baby, goodbye. Oh, that was just the veterinarian calling about my cat. Needed some special shots. Yeah? I think you can find your way out from here, she said. It always ends like that in Santa Monica. And now, as I end every episode, another poem from Tommy Genius. Santa Monica Detective. Because I'm not only a detective, I'm a poet, too. This is the ballad of Ballad Undone. I can't wait for the guitar in the night. The song is better left unsung. As an artist, I'm an undocumented worker, wading across the big muddy of American literature. To jump the wire at the border, to dance on the electrified fence and jump to new ground. My back is wet with the droplets and freshettes of inspiration. I'm an alien in my own homeland, free animal among the posing primates, and ronettes in the sawmill whistling like a blade through the wood, and crystals on the bridge dancing alone like she knew she would, dangling her feet in the water, gazing at the ships with all the cargo in their hold, borne away on the tide through the cold harbor as the city nods moodily under snow and busy castanets of nightlights, wishing she was going out with the tide. And the horn man on the Verrazano Narrows fingers the saxophone with a wanton familiarity, and the trumpet that answers him is still as a metal leaf rusting to itself through a mute, an insect buzz plaintive as the air in our ears. And Ronette's still in the sawmill, whistling like a blade through the wood, and I'm at home kicking the holiday mood, my eyes cooking the books, hoping the juicy savor will rise. I'm a soldier of meat reality, living through the vegetable eyes. I'm a peak without a twin, while the mountain is smoking signals no one can decipher. I'm a fire lookout in the flatlands, pitching the dice in the cookout where you lose your hands, watching all the people smolder in this ashtray of a world, hurtling headlong through the void in this thin-skinned contraption bus. I see the meanness driven deep into the marrow of the people in their seats, gilding their displeasure and burnt-out anger into lines, grounded into every grimace the unnatural erosion, the psychodramatic erosion from contact with these times. But I'm dancing in the crack that runs through the public domain. I healed the Liberty Bell and used it as a protective cup for my burning balls. I used to want to write for the masses, but then I found out the masses all voted for Reagan. Then I wanted to write for the elitists, and then I found out the elitists all took Elmore Leonard too seriously. So now I write for me and forget the needless parade of Bukowskis, whose wishful thinking turns into fishful drinking till it's all in one veneer and out the other. Because divas at the Gotham, there's a vixen on the ivories, the waif of strands running their fingers through her hair, and the chump wagon is out bagging stooges, and I forage for grub in this wilderness of scrub. My undernourished mind getting high on all this scarcity, lifting pork for the dumb waiter neath the palms of the Mondrian, snagging the grid between the teeth and neon cuticles. This cut-rate Paris is a movable fist I'm ducking. This city of light is a Mobius feast, and the state cannot throw the book at me since it has barely can piece the book together. And the fibers of this pulp novel are as smooth as her thighs. It's all in her hands, and she washes them clean with her sweat. If it was all in his hands, he'd have to clean the blood off first. Even my thoughts are now all sweat socks balled up in the corner. And if it's a bitter mongoose that gnaws at my vitals trying to get to the nest of snakes in my brain, every day is like my skylight falling in on me and I'm dancing, trying to avoid the glass.